The Joe Rogan Experience.
Well, soon we're going to have war in space, Rory. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news. Some
because of Elon
Air
Musk?
Force guy was saying that we have to prepare for the possibility of war in space. That this is an inevitable possibility, probably with drones.
Well, let me ask you this: what was your take on that UFO thing?
What is this,
This
Chingy?
was space. This was a UK ad for a beer. It's all these astronauts in space.
They're in space drinking beer?
It's like Armageddon.
Wait, there's
kinda.
British astronauts? I had no idea. I had no idea.
Belong beer.
Wow,
Belong beer.
Yeah.
Wow.
that's cool. British astronauts. Remember that UFO thing that happened like 2 months ago? And,
Which one?
And they released, like the government was like, we have no idea what this object is, and you heard the pilot in the air like, what the fuck is that? Da, da, da.
I don't feel like I've
Yeah,
seen
like came
that.
across
Yeah,
that.
remember, like they're like the UFOs. It happened right after Tom DeLonge was on here.
Oh,
and it was
right.
like-
Did we watch it? Did we watch the
And like
video?
the government literally confirmed that they don't know what it is, and it's a UFO, and it's doing things in the, and then everyone just stopped talking about it.
But wait a minute.
Like, but that could be.
I don't believe these things enough. I barely pay attention. They come
But
my
it was-
way, and
this
I shut
was
them
on
off.
like real news sites.
Right. But what is the video? Can we see the video again?
There it
Let me
is.
see it again. Oh, see, stop. Hold on. This has been, now I remember. This has been debunked.
It has?
You know who debunked it? What's his face? Mick West. Mick West from metabunk.com. What they did was they changed the perspective from 1x to 2x. So when you're looking at something zoomed in, things move faster. Your sight picture is much quicker. When you're at normal, your sight picture is slower. So like as you zoom in, everything looks faster. So when the thing moved out of frame so fast, it was because it had been zoomed in on, not because it took off at some insane rate of speed.
In other words, the pilot was just fucking with the government?
No, they didn't know any better. When whoever released the video didn't look at it. These Metabunk guys looked at the video, and you can see all the numbers on the screen.
Right.
When you look at the video, you see like what his perspective
That's
is:
so
X1,
funny.
X2, and he points out that look here, it goes to X2, and then it just moves out of frame. It's not even that it took
'cause
off.
you're snapping in on it.
You're looking at it from a totally different perspective.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at it from a zoomed-in perspective.
That's interesting.
Yeah. See if you can find it.
that's so
Mick
disappointing.
I
West.
found his written.
It's got a bunch of
explanation
pictures.
it.
My dream was that it was going to be aliens, and their goal was they needed plastic.
He's got a bunch of photos in it. See if you can find the photos. He points them out.
That's what I was hoping. They were going to go like, our planet needs plastic. Do you have any? We'd be like, we have like
Dude, we
so
got
much.
tons.
Yeah,
Shit
in the
tons.
ocean, you can just take
Yeah.
it all. And then they just cleaned it all up, and things got better. Like they went to the Pacific garbage patch and just were like, and then they left. Yeah, the Pacific garbage patch keeps me up
There's
at night.
a kid who's got a solution to that. Like
What
a
is it?
young man who figured out a solution. God damn it! I'm supposed to be in contact with that fellow.
Well, I'd be curious
too
to know
many
what that
emails.
solution is.
Some sort of a machine that like skims the ocean for plastic, and it collects all the plastic.
Huh.
Yeah, and I don't know what it's powered by. I want to say it's powered. It's a solar powered thing. That was the concept behind it.
Like a Roomba?
Dutch student's giant ocean cleanup machine is going into production.
Wow.
Inventor says the technology will solve the marine plastic crisis, but some scientists are skeptical, as they should be. There are scientists.
Boy and slot. is his name.
Boyan Slot.
Look at how much it's growing.
That's right. I was connected to him through
How much it's
email.
growing by?
Let me write it down.
8 million tons a year.
That's
nuts.
insane. How you spell his last name?
SLAT.
Plastic is growing
Yeah,
by
well,
8 million
we
tons
never
a year.
thought about. We thought once we throw it away, oh, it's thrown away. They've got it. No, shit falls off. There's fucking dumps. They leave it sitting there.
Yeah,
Birds
it's-
fly to the dump. They pick it up. They fly away with it. They don't know what it is.
The craziest thing is how like the ocean currents all lead to one place, you know?
Weird, right?
It's so weird.
It's weird that you could see it all swirling
Yeah, and
together.
it's like the size of Texas, I think they said.
And they say it breaks down all of that particles, or all the rather plastic, into these weird little particles.
Yeah, and that's why they're pulling fish out with stomachs full of plastic.
You fish out with it, and more birds. Birds are dying, and they're feeding it to their kids, and they find babies in the nest that have these plastic caps
Yeah.
filled in their stomach. It's really horrible.
Horrible.
Have you seen that?
There's the balloon.
To the
It's a
stars.
Party balloon. That's what they saw.
Oh yeah, is that really what they saw?
That's what this says.
Stop
It's on his
it.
website. This is Mick West's pictures.
Well, it might be that.
You're saying they were tracking a party balloon in an F-16?
Is that what it's supposed to be saying?
Yeah,
There
the
was an
explanation I had
F-16?
on the other website said that exactly what you were describing as I was reading it. Like the camera angles were off, and you can follow the angle with the clouds moving
Right.
with the balloon.
Well, once you zoom in on something, that's what happens. I mean, if you've ever looked through a binocular, if you're trying to hold a binocular, the more powerful the binoculars are, the more like the picture at the end seems shaky.
Yeah, same as
'cause you're
you
also
zoom in on
zoomed
your
in
phone. If we take a picture, same thing. It's like it's not
Right.
an optical zoom; it's a digital zoom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was the explanation for the bizarre behavior of that object. Apparently, it
That
was
is
just
so funny to me that it was a party balloon.
What's that, Jamie?
There's another one too that was like this was the day before he posted, which a second video similarly. I don't know if this was the one that everyone was talking
Dude,
about.
nobody wants UFOs to be more real than me.
That's why I was asking you about it.
Nobody. But I'm also I don't buy a lot of the thinking that goes behind these things because people just want to think that it's real. They want to think it's real so bad that they're not looking at it completely objectively. If it is real, we got to know for sure, and there's no way you know for sure this way. This just doesn't seem like we know for sure. This seems more like what he's saying is correct. If you see the perspective shift and you see the way the thing moves shift.
But this is what we were talking about earlier about like the government and conspiracy. Like that's a perfect example. The government's like, we have no idea what this is, and we're confirming it was a UFO. And then guys who aren't in the government are like, yeah, it's a fucking balloon, dude.
Jamie, scroll back down. What does it say there? This little animation. It says the flare around the much closer engines rotate independently of the rotation of the plane. What does that mean? I'm not sure I get this. I think we're halfway in the middle of this page.
Yeah,
That's part of the problem. They're explaining something in a long,
infrared.
drawn out. Yeah. See, there's a lot of these things that have been proven to be horseshit, and people see the video footage and they think, "Oh my God, it's a UFO." Oh no, it turns out it's a oil thing that's on fire in the distance. Like, there's a lot of weird things that you see in these like real blurry infrared scans of shit or whatever that is, night vision scans.
Yeah.
I want to see some real shit where you look at it and you go, okay.
Yeah, definitive
That's a
proof.
fucking UFO.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
But
Is that real? And if someone says that there's no way they're going to fake that, then I'm curious. But right now, I just think too many people want it to be real.
Yeah, but for
so
the Pentagon,
bad.
the Pentagon sat on that for like 10 years and then released it. And no one in the Pentagon figured it out until like it got out into the private sector online, and some dude's like, yeah, it's a balloon, and you zoomed in on it, you fucking idiots. Look, it says 2x. That's my point about government
Right.
conspiracies. I'm like, yeah, it just seems like incompetence to me.
It could be.
Like nobody looked at that closer.
But
they were
that's
like, it's a
just the
UFO
people-
we've known for 10 years.
But that's just the people that were responsible for that were incompetent.
Sure.
I mean, do you think that you would give the fucking UFO searching job to anyone you wanted to do real shit? The UFO searching job is a job
That's
you give
fair.
to your friend's cousin.
That's fair.
You get him a job at the
That's
CIA.
fair.
Like,
That's
listen,
fair.
bro.
Yeah, they're like,
you are
yeah.
going to be involved in a top secret operation. Huh? What do
Hey,
we got?
Wachowski, get in here. We got a job for you.
are going to be searching for UFOs. What do you know? What do you
Jeepers
know?
creepers, boss.
Well, we're
Yeah.
going to rely on you. You've been carefully selected.
Remember
And they send
spies-
this
remember spies like
fucking
us?
stupid dude to interview people in their farms and shit that are all high on moonshine and crystal meth.
No, I saw it. I saw it. It was lit up like a goddamn candle.